Let's turn attention to the war against drug abuse. Kwara State now has a 13% prevalence rate of drug abuse, which is the highest in the North Central. And Governor AbdulRazaq says his administration is deploying different approaches to reverse this trend. Correspondent Ibrahim Alige has details.
Kwara State shares boundaries with some southwest and northern states. This makes it a veritable transit depot for illicit drugs, especially cannabis, coming from the south. According to the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency, NDLEA, Kwara has 13% illicit drug use prevalence, making it the highest in the North Central region with more than 213,000 people involved. It is projected that this number will rise to 300,000 by the year 2030 if concerted efforts are not made. This is why this summit was put together.
We need to bring all stakeholders on board so that we can have a common front in the fight against drug abuse. The state government cannot do it alone. That's why we're bringing in people to bring ideas so that we can shape our policy better in fighting this menace.
In the 80s, in the 90s, Nigeria used to be a transit route. Everybody says drug is not our problem. They only bring it here and take it out. But the narrative has changed. We are not just a producing nation, we are a consuming nation, and we are in the forefront of substance use challenges globally.
Governor AbdulRazaq was represented at the event. He says his government is deploying various strategies to get youths engaged and dissuade them from substance abuse.
It is a major reason why we have gathered. I am convinced that the various multi-pronged approaches we have decided to have will begin to yield positive results very soon.
Not just telling them don't do it, but telling them why. And not just telling them why, but also explaining that if this is the benefits that you think you will derive from this thing, these are the attendant consequences, that they could really derail the trajectory of one's life.
I want to believe that this talk will not end here. It will lead to strategies that will strengthen prevention initiatives, because if you get prevention right, it means that you have very few people that will go for treatment.
It is expected that this summit will not just be a talk show, but its resolutions will help government at various levels and their agencies to tackle the menace of drug abuse in the country. Ibrahim Alige, TVC News, Ilorin.